My name is Neely Knott. I'm from Amory, Mississippi, and my major is elementary education. I'm here at ICC right now. I was a sophomore in high school, and I went through a really dark time. It was after Christmas break, and I just broke down to my parents, and I was like, I don't want to go back. And there was a lot of personal issues, family issues going on, and I needed just some time to myself. So I officially dropped out of high school and I started homeschooling. Started taking classes at the government complex in Amory with this woman named Joanne Borowski, and she is my angel. She helped me with so much. So after that, she set me up with Miss Emily, and we scheduled my GED, and then I enrolled in college here at ICC, and my major is elementary education, so we're working towards that right now. And what encouraged me to keep going was basically my parents. They have drilled college into my brain since I was starting school, and it wasn't for me at the time. I wasn't even thinking about it. I was thinking of an easier route, cosmetology school, stuff like that, and it kind of clicked to me that I really couldn't do what I loved and what I wanted to do without a degree. I want to teach first or second graders, and my main focus is English and reading right now, but I'd really be fine with teaching them anything. I would give them the advice to just keep going, it gets easier, and to reach out if you need the help. I know that I was struggling with getting applied and getting enrolled, and it was just an email away, the help was. So I would just say reach out, keep going, keep pushing, it's going to be okay.
Ever since you got that license, you haven't stopped moving forward. Now that you're older and on the move, you need a safer place to keep your money. We get it. A student checking account frees you up with things like mobile check deposit to take care of that check from grandma without having to stop at a bank. Pay with your phone when you're out with friends. And stop worrying about ATM fees. We'll pay you back for those. Worry about your future, not your money. And know that we'll stick with you wherever you go. Renaissance Bank. Understanding you. Member FDIC.
Here, you can be your best. The best train here. Learn here. Succeed here. Perform here. Win here. Thrive here. Itawamba Community College. The best start here.
Good afternoon and welcome to another edition of the ICC Hour. I'm Adam Gore, the Director of Media Relations and Sports Information Director at Itawamba Community College. And as always, I greatly appreciate you guys taking time out of your afternoon to join us here for the ICC Hour on Super Talk Mississippi 101.9 FM. What a week we had last week with all the winter weather that came through the area. I'm actually recording this show on a Sunday afternoon, and it's because I'm still stuck at home because of the road conditions leading up to my house. Now, hopefully, I'll be in the office either on Monday or maybe by the time the show starts here on a Tuesday. Now, with all that said, I do want to take time to thank everyone that had to be out in the winter weather last week. Keyword, had to be out. People that work for power companies, emergency responders, nurses, doctors, law enforcement, city and county employees, phone and internet providers, just to name some of them off the top of my head. We recognize and appreciate your sacrifice of being on the roads, being out in the weather, and of being away from your family to serve others through these types of situations. Now, I'll go ahead and admit it, folks. I'm one of those people that if my internet goes out, 20, 30 minutes to an hour, I'll be upset or I'll complain about the minor inconvenience to that. And I think this past week really has put a better focus on just how lucky we are to have what we do have in these type of situations. So if you happen to know someone or see someone that had to be out and about this past week to work and make things happen, be sure to tell them thank you. Now, I'm sure it'll go a lot further than you think in that sense there. Well, now that ICC is back in business, school is open, classes are going, I do want to remind you that we've got an event coming up tomorrow night as ICC alumnus Bishop Alexander, who is the Director of Alumni Relations at the University of North Alabama, will be the feature speaker for the Unity programs in celebration of Black History Month on both the Fulton and Tupelo campuses tomorrow. The Tupelo campus program is scheduled for 1 p.m. in the dining hall of the Academic and Student Center, and the Fulton campus program is scheduled for 6 p.m. in the W.O. Benjamin Fine Arts Center auditorium. Now, due to COVID restrictions on seating, the general public is invited to participate via Zoom. Now, registration is required in order to receive Zoom meeting information, and you can find that information on iccms.edu. Just wait till you see the banner or skip ahead to find the banner featuring Bishop Alexander. Click that banner. You may have to scroll down a little to find the story with the registration information, but you'll see the links to both those programs there on iccms.edu. The programs are sponsored by the ICC Student Government Association. And on this week's show, we're going to look back at last year's Unity program on the Tupelo campus with guest speaker Miss Juanita Floyd. We'll also take a look at a memorandum of understanding of a preferred candidate program between ICC and the Mississippi Highway Patrol later on in the program. So you'll want to stick around and check that out later in the show. Now, as always, the ICC Hour is presented by Renaissance Bank, the bank that understands you. And we'll hear from Renaissance Bank and come back with Miss Juanita Floyd's speech at last year's Unity program. I promise you don't want to go anywhere, and you'll want to stick around and hear this. Back with more right after this.
Why settle for a checking account that just holds your money? Renaissance Rewards Extra gives you so much more. Like savings at more than 400,000 retailers, 24/7 roadside assistance, a cell phone protection plan worth up to $400, $20 in ATM fee refunds per monthly cycle, and a great interest rate when you meet 3 easy qualifications. Get extra today at rewardsextra.com. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. Member FDIC.
Juanita Floyd, Vice President of Finance and Administration of the Craig Foundation and co-author of Summer of 1969, will be the speaker for both programs. She has been employed with the Foundation for almost 35 years. The Foundation established a Bernice Gamble Endowment Fund and an amount of $10,000 to honor both Floyd and her 20th anniversary as well as her mother. She is active in community affairs, serving on several boards. Floyd was the Tupelo PTO president and was selected Parent of the Year in 2008. In August 2019, she was selected as Mississippi's most influential African Americans. Her additional honors include Tupelo Trailblazer of the Year. And in 2016, she was the focus of WTVA Positively Mississippi segment featuring local heroes during Black History Month. Floyd is the graduate of Northeast Mississippi Community College and the University of Mississippi, where she earned a bachelor's degree in accounting. For several years, she has been an inspirational and motivational speaker. In 2017, she was the commemorative speaker at ICC and Black History Speaker for Tupelo High School. In 2018, Floyd was the keynote speaker for the opening session of the Mississippi Literacy Association. For more than 10 years, as a committee columnist for the Northeast Mississippi Daily Journal, she is an active member of Jesus New Testament Holiness Church located in the Red Hill community of Union County. Her families include 3 children, Tyler, daughter-in-law, Jalicia, Taylor, and Tyra, grandsons Andrew and 7, and granddaughters Legacy and Autumn. Please welcome Juanita Floyd.
Thank you for that kind introduction. To all the students, teachers, staff, it is an honor and a privilege for me to have this opportunity to speak this month at ICC honoring Black history. In fact, before we go any farther, let's pause and applaud each of you just for being here. In the summer of July 1975, a 14-year-old girl was rescued from the bottom of a swimming pool at a local apartment complex in Tupelo. The rescuer was sitting outside in a swing on that beautiful Saturday morning when he was hysterically summoned, "Mister, please come help me. My sister's in the pool." The teenager was estimated to have been underwater anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes. An ambulance was called, and the young girl was taken to the hospital unconscious. She was unconscious for a day and a half. Her family was told that due to the lack of oxygen for over 10 minutes, she probably would have brain damage and would possibly be a vegetable for the rest of her life. The rescuer, who became a friend and mentor to the young girl, was Mr. Junior Smith, a former banker in Tupelo. The 14-year-old girl was me, Juanita Gambriel Flores. I share that to say my natural story of nearly dying exemplifies the theme, a celebration of unity program, meaning we need each other and we must love each other. Because of that near fatal drowning, the man who saved my life became my hero. The impact of that day continued to unfold throughout the years. Mr. Smith made sure I was hired during the summers as a teller at the People's Bank, now Renaissance. The bank's policy at that time was to hire only employees' children during the summer. Mr. Smith proudly told the human resource director that I was his daughter. You can imagine the reaction when I interviewed for the position. You see, Mr. Smith was white, but that didn't matter. He wanted to help me. He looked out for me. He loved me and I loved him. The point is, we need each other. Unity is defined as being together or at one with someone or something, or being in harmony or one in spirit. It's the opposite of being divided. Together we stand in unity, or divided we all fall. I believe in unity. In talking about Black History Month, I can tell you about the father of Black history, Carter G. Woodson, and that Black History Month was founded, of course, in February 1926. I can tell you about Harriet Tubman, who became famous as a conductor, along with allies who were responsible for the Underground Railroad that helped so many enslaved people become free. They found strength working together. That's unity. I can tell you about America's favorite son, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., who became the most visible spokesperson and leader in the civil rights movement, using the tactics of nonviolence. But do you know, during Dr. King's movement, blacks, whites, Jews, and Gentiles helped him during his marches for blacks' right to vote, desegregation, and other basic civil rights. You already know this. These civil rights workers found strength through each other. You know that on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial, Dr. King evoked the name of Lincoln in his "I Have a Dream" speech, and that speech changed lives. Listen, I know you all have studied or heard about Black history for years and all the heroes in history. But today, let me tell you about a person you probably don't know about. This woman also believed in a dream and in unity. On her first job, the young woman started working in the cotton fields, faithfully picking bales and bales of cotton. Later, she worked as a maid, making $2 to $3 a week. Some employers treated her as a human being. Others treated her quite ugly and unfairly. Her sweet, loving husband died, leaving her a single parent. She then worked at a factory for over 20 years, standing on her feet day after day. Her hands and feet were gnarled and arthritic. Her fingernails and toenails were fungus covered. but she kept on working. She knew she had to provide for her family. She believed in her dream that her children would fare better than she had. At the pivotal year of integration in her children's school district, she began to prepare her baby girl. She taught that little girl to answer only to her name. She would ask her every day, "What is your name?" That girl went to school and was the only black girl in the 2nd grade at that time. At school, the children began to call her vicious, disrespectful, and hurtful names. The girl would reply, "That's not my name." The girl would tell her mother that the children would not play with her. When the girl would say, "Mama, the students don't like me," the mother would say, "You will love and not hate." "Mama, the boys stick out their legs and trip me. They throw spitballs at me every day." She kept saying to the girl, "You still must love." The mother talked to the girl all the time about an education. You see, the mother only had an 8th grade education. She said to the young girl, "You must get an education. That's the only way you can do better than me." The mother told the little girl, "You are somebody, you are smart, you will succeed." That mother had the love of God and a dream. The girl graduated from high school and from a community college. She had heard her mother talk so much about Ole Miss, the college where James Meredith opened the doors for black people to attend. So the young girl wanted to go to that college, both to please her mother and to obtain a degree. The day she graduated, that girl walked up to her mother. The mother had tears streaming down her face. The young girl said, "Mama, this is yours. You deserve this degree." ICC students, because of the late Mrs. Bernice Wade Gambrell's dream, that same little girl can stand at this podium today to try to make a difference and hopefully leave this world better than I found it, to try to encourage, motivate, and inspire you to love. I pray I inspire you to make the best out of your lives and to make a difference while on your journey. Students, I know you too are standing on the shoulders of your parents, grandparents, big mama, big daddy, dear family and friends who sacrificed and prayed for you to reach this point in your life. That's history. That's unity. Joshua Henry Jones, a novelist, said, "None of us are responsible for our births, but all of us are responsible with what we do with our lives." Whatever your lot is in life, whatever knowledge you have acquired, whatever capacity, large or small, you have the opportunity and the responsibility to make a difference and leave your mark on ICC and your community, because you are standing on the shoulders of giants. It doesn't matter about one's race, nationality, black, white, Hispanic, Japanese, or one's socioeconomic status, rich or poor. I don't know any of your stories, but whatever you've done to this point, it has been valuable. I'm glad you're striving to do your best. I'm glad you're working to make ICC one of the best in the state and the nation. I'm so glad you are touching the lives of other students while on campus and touching the lives of your professors or teachers with your gifts and abilities. You can make a difference. How do I know? Remember that scared little girl in 2nd grade who was so discouraged? The odds were stacked against me. I grew up poor. I grew up in a single parent household because my father died when I was young. There are no excuses. I had a choice. If I had given up, I would not have been successful. I would not be working as a professional. I wouldn't have a job. I would not be managing the $136 million of assets of Create Foundation. Through my job, I never thought I would be interacting with bank presidents, hospital presidents, college presidents like Dr. Allen, business owners, lawyers, and doctors. As a scared little girl, I never thought the past president of ICC would contact me and ask me to be the commencement speaker for a college. I stood before hundreds of graduates and hundreds of people. I even made a video commercial for ICC.
Tomorrow. Tomorrow is what we anticipate, what we work for, what we want to improve. At Itawamba Community College, we offer the courses, pathways, and the training that can help turn your vision of tomorrow into a reality. So why wait? Your tomorrow can start today at Itawamba Community College. The best start here.
My name is Jason Golston. I'm the diesel technology instructor at Itawamba Community College. Students that graduate my program should have basic knowledge in diesel engines, electrical electronic systems, advanced brake systems, powertrains, steering and suspension, and heavy equipment, hydraulics, and electrical systems. We take students in the fall semester, which will be in August of every year. We'll take in about 18 to 20 first-year students. The program is 2 years, so during that 2 years, the students can achieve a Associates of Applied Science degree, or they can go for a year and 2 classes and get a career certificate. First-year students would come into the diesel program on Monday and Wednesday. The classes range from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. The second-year students will come to class on Tuesday and Thursday and will be in class from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. Students that graduate the program typically start out around $16 to $18 an hour. Will find employment at dealership environments, fleet shops on the transportation and heavy equipment sides. The students that I look for in this program are students that have been around a farm or a construction company or transportation areas that have an interest in working on heavy equipment or trucks.
Welcome back to the ICC Hour presented by Renaissance Bank. We're going to rejoin Miss Floyd's speech here in a moment from last year's Unity program. But before we do that, I do want to remind you that this year's Unity programs on the Tupelo and Fulton campuses are closed to the public due to COVID, but will be available via Zoom. The Tupelo campus presentation will be at 1 p.m. The Fulton campus presentation will be at 6 p.m. You'll need to register for those links, and you can do so by clicking the Unity program banner on iccms.edu. Now back to Miss Floyd's speech here on the ICC Hour presented by Renaissance Bank.
As a little girl, I never thought I would be standing before audiences sharing my mother's story. I never thought I would be standing before you. I never thought that for almost 12 years, I have been writing a monthly column in the Northeast Mississippi Daily Journal. I never thought that I would publish a children's book about my mother called The Summer of 1969. I am an author that scared little girl is an author. I never dreamed that this book would be submitted to the Teacher's Choice Awards, and for 2019, we won a national award in the category of family. I never imagined that people of all ethnicities would donate monies to help get this book into schools and libraries. To date, over 5,000 books have been donated. I celebrate unity. I celebrate the magic of education. It has opened so many doors for me. I celebrate the magic of writing. Students, I could have easily been bitter, a racist, unproductive, no motivation, no love of people. I want you sitting right here to know I could have been a dropout. I could have allowed all of those negative situations during my school years to affect me. On a recent NPR episode, U.S. Senator Cory Booker shared an experience that made a huge difference in his life. He said, learning from people like Miss Virginia Jones, a tenant organizer in the building where I live while a law student, and in which her son had been murdered. Miss Jones said, describe the neighborhood, and I described it, the drug dealing, the projects, the abandoned buildings, and she said to me in a very curt way, boy, you need to understand that the world you see outside of you is a reflection of what you have inside of you. And if you're one of those people who only sees darkness, despair, that's all there's ever going to be. But if you see hope, opportunity, if you're stubborn enough to every time you open your eyes, see love and the face of God, then you can be a change agent here. Then you can make a difference. I thought about my mother. She could have intentionally taught her children to hate because of the world she lived in. Limited education, low wages, being told by her employer that she didn't earn enough that day and they didn't pay her. Walking through the back door, seeing the hate on the parents' faces as she prepared me for integration. But my mother chose to see a different world filled with hope, opportunity, forgiveness, and unity. She saw love and the face of God. I didn't know it at the time, but she was a change agent. Look at me. In spite of the odds, I made it with the help of the Lord, my mother, family, and friends. I know you will too because you have a choice, just like I did. W.E.B. Du Bois said, now is the accepted time. Not tomorrow, not some more convenient season. It is today that our best work can be done. In thinking about the celebration of unity, there's an adage that says, where there's unity, there's strength. Let me tell you about a few people who have been strength for me and whose shoulders I stand on in history. I stand on not only the shoulders of my mama, I stand on the shoulders of Jack Reed Sr., a white man who 35 years ago asked this question to an all-white male board at Create Foundation. Why can't we hire her? She's qualified. I move that we hire Juanita. Because of that one decision from one person, my quality of life, my family's quality of life changed and improved. That is humanity and unity. I stand on the shoulders of the Holloman family, the Brevard family, the Barbie Martin family, and many others who supported me in this community. You see, y'all, that's history. That's unity. You see, they all happen to be white. So yes, I celebrate unity with them. I stand on the shoulders of Reverend Robert Jameson, Reverend Charles Pinson, Alderman Nettie Davis, and CPO Zell Long, who are my heroes. They work together to bring change to Northeast Mississippi. That's history and that's unity. They happen to be black. Yes, I celebrate unity with them. Y'all, I stand on the shoulders of former counselors, teachers, professors for helping and loving my sons, Tyler and Taylor, when they were students at ICC. In fact, my son Taylor was the first male from his father's lineage to ever obtain a degree from a community college and a mechanical engineering degree from Mississippi State. My oldest son Tyler received 2 certificates from ICC, trucking and welding. My daughter is also the first from her father's lineage to ever graduate from a university, Jackson State. That's history. That's unity. I celebrate unity from the ICC family. I stand, of course, on the shoulders of my brothers, Ray, Wade, and Frank, my sisters Barbara and Valerie, who have supported me through thick and thin. Again, that's history. That's unity. That's strength. In thinking about the celebration of unity, and I'm getting ready to close, I affirm the old African proverb, it takes a village to raise a child. I am so grateful for my village of people who loved me, helped me, and stood with me regardless of race, color, or creed. My history, Black history. I'm a witness that we need each other and we must love each other. Unity is needed for survival. The lyrics of a gospel song reminds me of unity. I need you, you need me. We all are a part of God's body. Stand with me, agree with me. You are important to me. I need you to survive. I pray for you, you pray for me. I love you, I need you to survive. Students, this world and your community needs you to survive. Likewise, I implore and encourage each of you to find that teacher, find that professor, that minister, that neighbor, that other student to be a part of your village as you find your strength, as you live your history, as you celebrate unity during Black history and throughout the years. In closing, an unknown author said, there are 2 dates on every tombstone. There's a birth date and there is a date of death. And every human being is guaranteed those 2 dates. But that little dash that lies between those 2 numbers is what defines our lives. So make your dash count. Live, really live. You've been given a dash in front of you. Pick up your dash. Hold it in your hand. Your dash is in your hands. Think about your dash. Ask yourself, what can I do with my dash? I leave you with this question, and only you can be the judge of the answer. ICC students, professors, staff, 10 years, 25 years, 30 years, or 50 years from today, what will history say of you? What will your dash say about you? Did you celebrate unity with others? In the spirit of love and unity, did you respect and love all mankind regardless of race, color, or creed? Again, what will history say about you? Thank you.
Why settle for a checking account that just holds your money? Renaissance Rewards Extra gives you so much more. Like savings at more than 400,000 retailers, 24/7 roadside assistance, a cell phone protection plan worth up to $400, $20 in ATM fee refunds per monthly cycle, and a great interest rate when you meet 3 easy qualifications. Get extra today at rewardsextra.com. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. Member FDIC.
Why didn't you answer your phone?
You're not gonna believe what just... You bought a Coca-Cola with 0 sugar?
Yeah, why?
Come on, it has 0 sugar.
Yep, and it's delicious.
I don't believe it.
Just try something new. You'll love it.
This does taste great.
In Searcy, Arkansas, a young man says I love you for the first time, but his girlfriend doesn't quite hear. In Franklin, Tennessee, a boy encounters his first pickle. And in Kyle, Texas, after a mission for tots, cousins realize they're a long way from Kyle, Texas. One day, many people, millions of orders. This is Howie Sonic.
That's home. That's just like the Ravens. That's just like Pahokee, Florida. That's my second home. I got my degree from there, my first degree, college degree. It's part of my heart, it's part of my soul, it's part of my spirit. And, you know, it's everything. Itawamba Community College, baby, it's everything. It shaped me up to being a great man because it was part of the journey of me becoming the young man I am today. And it's home, man. That's it. Like, I could go there and lay my head down without no problems. Itawamba Community College, the best start here.
Well, my name is Kerry McAnally. I'm a workforce instructor with Itawamba Community College here at Belden. I am standing in front of our industrial equipment that we use for troubleshooting. We partner with Advanced Technology Services, ATS, to help with their Top Tech event competition, which gave some of their top industrial maintenance technicians opportunity to come in to our facility and fix the machines that we actually introduced faults and got a chance to break.
My name is Ben Patterson. I'm the Technical Training Manager for Advanced Technology Services. Today, we held an event of the Top Tech. We allowed all of the technicians that wanted to apply and try out for this. They were able to put in, make it through multiple stages to get down to the point of the final, which was actual machine troubleshooting.
So we had this idea probably about 6 or 7 months ago at this point. We wanted to start to find a way to really reward the technicians that were awesome at troubleshooting. I think a lot of people look at maintenance as, you know, just skilled labor, but these guys are really professionals in what they do. It's a great field to go into, and it's really hard. And I don't think everybody understands that. So we wanted to kind of come up with a competition that would allow them to use their skills and troubleshoot.
It was a really good experience. I thought it was really cool how they started off the base of, they had a tool and you test that you had to take to see where your knowledge was, and they ranked everyone that way so they could take their top however many. Then we had to send a video to the VPs, which is really cool. It's a little bit more out of your comfort zone, you know. Hey, I'm sending a video to VPs of our company, and it was a little different, but it was really cool to kind of just get your face out there and be known. And then the hands-on portion was really cool. It was something different that you don't see every day, and it was just really fun.
Welcome back to the ICC Hour here on Super Talk Mississippi 101.9 FM. As always, the ICC Hour is presented by the bank that understands you, Renaissance Bank. Visit renaissancebank.com. Now, ICC and the Mississippi Highway Patrol signed a memorandum of understanding for a preferred candidate program in late January. This is an initiative that is a pilot program that will be implemented at ICC, and ICC is the only community college in the state that has been selected for this program. The agreement will allow those who are enrolled to pursue either an AA or an AAS degree in ICC's criminal justice program, meet with a Mississippi Highway Patrol recruiter, and apply for the preferred candidate program to skip weeks of the Mississippi Highway Patrol Academy. In order to graduate for the program, students must complete one or more semesters of the Mississippi Highway Patrol candidates on rapid entry curriculum, earn an associate's degree from ICC, meet the core patrol school PT requirements, and complete a Mississippi Highway Patrol application and background check. Now, this is part of ICC's criminal justice technology program, which is an online 2-year degree program designed to provide specialized training in law enforcement in a number of areas, including traffic law, community policing, criminal investigation, and criminal law. The agreement is effective for the 2021-22 academic year and is automatically renewable for successive 12-month periods. Let's go to that presentation now here on the ICC Hour.
Good morning, and thank you all for being here on the campus of Itawamba Community College. Today we stand in the lobby of our state-of-the-art academic and student center, which serves as the front door of the Tupelo campus. Today marks a momentous occasion. At ICC, We believe in strengthening and forging partnerships that will richly benefit the success of our outstanding students and the communities that we serve. We also believe in being the first to the table. We are honored to mark the beginning of a great partnership with our friends of some of Mississippi's best, the Mississippi Highway Patrol. Following months of discussions and planning with Lieutenant Turnipseed and Trooper Mullins, I commend Dr. Michelle Summerall, Vice President of Instruction, and her Instructional Affairs team, and Mr. Tyler Camp, Chief of Staff and Special Assistant to the President, and his team in Community Relations for working with the leadership at Mississippi Highway Patrol. This significant partnership will directly benefit students who are focusing on a degree in criminal justice with the goal of providing a direct avenue of employment with the Mississippi Highway Patrol. To provide more background regarding the core program and bringing remarks from the Mississippi Highway Patrol, I invite to the podium Colonel Randy Ginn, Director of MHP. Following Colonel Ginn, we will welcome Commissioner Sean Tyndall with the Mississippi Department of Public Safety to bring remarks.
Thank you, Dr. Allen, Dr. Summerall, and the faculty, administration, and members of the Itawamba Community College family. It's an honor for me to stand here today to come to this point where we are announcing this partnership between Itawamba Community College and the Mississippi Highway Patrol. As a part of the largest law enforcement agency of the state of Mississippi, it's very important for us as we go out and recruit young men and women who would be interested in a career in law enforcement, and specifically with the Mississippi Highway Patrol. And one thing that has become obvious to us through the last few years as we've recruited, it's very important for us to have partnerships, and we can think of no better partner to have as we begin the MHP core program than Itawamba Community College, a leader in education in North Mississippi that I can personally attest to because I know the Itawamba family. And I am very pleased to be here to make this announcement. We are an agency that is, as I said, is the largest law enforcement agency in this state. And when you think of the Highway Patrol, you think of certain things and duties that we perform, but what the MHP Corps will allow us to do is to have one-on-one and group access to students who are interested in a career in law enforcement, and to show them the vast opportunities that are available within the Mississippi Highway Patrol. We're not limited to the uniform divisions, but we have MBI, we have special teams and groups, air operations, and all the many different facets that we as an agency are charged with and duties that we carry out with the state. We're confident that as our recruiters and members of our agency come here and share with those students through the semester, that they will be attracted to a career with the Highway Patrol, and that it's a career that will bring them satisfaction, that will bring security and safety to the citizens of Mississippi as we go out to perform our mission each day. The Highway Patrol is a part of the Mississippi Department of Public Safety, and we are very, very proud of the leadership at our agency. And in fact, the very man who is the leader, who has come in with ideas, come in with new thoughts and new thinking about how we do things or how we might do things better, and is leading the charge as we take this step with ICC, the Commissioner of the Department of Public Safety, Sean Tyndall.
Thank you and good morning. It's certainly my pleasure to be here in Tupelo, Mississippi at Itawamba Community College. When I first was announced as the Commissioner of the Mississippi Department of Public Safety, and I had an opportunity to meet with then the Lieutenant Colonel, Colonel Ginn, and the leadership of the Mississippi Highway Patrol and Department of Public Safety, one of the things that I emphasized was having an agency that was ripe with opportunity for those that wanted to better themselves and work hard and be a member of our state law enforcement community. As part of that, I felt like I wanted to have an agency that encouraged education. And I can't think of a better partnership to have than to have one with our community college systems here in Mississippi, and particularly Itawamba Community College, as we look at creating a foundation in law enforcement with those that are seeking to better themselves at the community college by giving an opportunity to become a part of the Mississippi Highway Patrol Corps program as they seek their education and prepare themselves for a career in law enforcement. I feel that if you want to advance yourself, and it might be through the MHP, Mississippi Highway Patrol, but eventually there will be other opportunities for you throughout the entire DPS. We also have the Office of Homeland Security, we have the Mississippi Bureau of Narcotics, and other divisions that once a trooper has completed their career at Highway Patrol, they will also have other opportunities to advance through our organization. And that advancement, particularly as you move into leadership, is one in which I think a strong foundation at a community college by obtaining your associate's degree and then following up with your bachelor's degree, if you will, creates a lot of opportunities. And so I'm proud that the Colonel, as well as Lieutenant Turnipseed and those others, heard my call and my desire to forge these types of partnerships with our colleges. I'd like to thank Dr. Allen and Dr. Summerall for your efforts in bringing this together. I think it's a bright new day, and I think this is just the beginning. We're going to see a variety of programs that hopefully will come out of this. Going forward, I'd love to see scholarship programs that we can offer to high school seniors looking for a career in law enforcement, where we'll help pay for their college tuition and other expenses if they'll agree to become a member of our law enforcement family at the Department of Public Safety and the Mississippi Highway Patrol. So again, I thank y'all. I thank you for your vision, and I thank you for your willingness to partner with us on this great new adventure. Thank you.
Thank you, Colonel Ginn and Commissioner Tyndall, for being here with us today as we officially pin this partnership. According to research, having successfully completed a college degree substantially improves the knowledge and abilities of officers on a vast range of areas, from the criminal justice system to critical thinking and managerial skills. At ICC, we believe students who complete this program will be the top cadets in cadet school, as they will have been prepared by the best. Again, thank you to our friends from MHP and the Department of Public Safety for being here today. Immediately following the official signing of the Memorandum of Understanding with Colonel Ginn, we will be available for interviews with our media partners. Thank you so much for being with us today. Thank you again, and we look forward to a great partnership.
Why settle for a checking account that just holds your money? Renaissance Rewards Extra gives you so much more. Like savings at more than 400,000 retailers, 24/7 roadside assistance, a cell phone protection plan worth up to $400, $20 in ATM fee refunds per monthly cycle, and a great interest rate when you meet 3 easy qualifications. Get extra today at rewardsextra.com. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. Member FDIC.
Sure, you make your pizzas with fresh 100% real cheese, but we make ours with additives to make it melt like real cheese. Modified food starch, get some.
No thanks.
I don't blame you.
We're not Big Pizza, we're Little Caesars. Get a 3-topping pizza for just $6.99.
Pizza.
Sure, you make your dough fresh daily, but we put a single pepperoncini in every overpriced pizza we sell. You just got chinied.
That's not a thing.
It's a thing.
We're not Big Pizza, we're Little Caesars. Get a 3-topping pizza for just $6.99.
Pizza.
They say Diet Coke is a mom's drink. Well, you copied her jeans, her spin, her shoes, her scrunchie, and whether you realize it or not, her music. Now, copy her drink. Drink what your mama gave you.
Tomorrow. Tomorrow is what we anticipate, what we work for, what we want to improve. At Itawamba Community College, we offer the courses, pathways, and the training that can help turn your vision of tomorrow into a reality. So why wait? Your tomorrow can start today at Itawamba Community College. The best start here.
It's all about the people. We're here to help each other.
Renaissance Bank is a special place to work because of the supportive culture that it enables.
Renaissance is a wonderful place to work because we have really wonderful people.
So when we talk about diversity, we're talking about people. People are the greatest asset. We're all different. We have different talents. We have different perspectives. So if you want to be innovative, if you want to grow, if you want to have problem solvers, if you want to have people that understand, you need all those perspectives.
And it's always been important, and it's always been necessary. This country is founded upon a melting pot of wonderful cultures of people.
When I turn into that parking lot, it makes me happy because I'm going to work for a company that loves their employees, treat their employees like a great family.
Renaissance Bank is a special place to work because of the supportive culture that it promotes. The banking industry is very competitive, and knowing that, having an institution that allows you to succeed with the support that gives you is what makes it special.
I think Renaissance is a special place because the longevity of its history, I think, is really unique these days. And I do believe that even though we are a larger bank and we have all the aspects that the large banks can provide, we still act and provide community-style banking in our different markets where we are.
When all of those cultures are engaged together, we're so much stronger.
So if you want to maximize your potential, embrace diversity.
Our goal is to ensure that we're giving all people a fair opportunity for employment and for advancement. We want to have representation throughout our system. We truly want to be representative of the communities in which we're serving.
Not only is it the right thing to do, it's the right thing to do for business. And it's one thing at Renaissance, it's part of our core value that the respect for the individual is at the utmost of importance in our company.
Diversity is not anything new. I'm very happy for, truthfully, the attention that is around ensuring diversity and inclusion in our corporations, in our communities at large. I'm very pleased that there is added attention there.
So if we want to weave a fabric that is very strong, you do that with people and diversity as a part of that. It's vital to our success.
Working personally with the employees, with the management, and also with our applicants or those candidates who are seeking employment is what's going to enable us to build that diverse workforce that we desire.
Now, everybody always says that their best asset is their people, but we do a really great job at hiring, and the people that we work with every single day, we all are very like-minded. We like to work hard, and at the end of the day, we just like to serve our customers.
It's special because of the large amount of diversity that it provides. There's a lot of transplants here, and the cool thing about that is that Atlanta is developing its culture, and the folks that are here now are being a part of that culture that's going to be set for generations in the future to come.
And when I leave at nighttime, that sign is lit up and it's Renaissance blue, and the whole community in Aberdeen can see this sign. So we are light in a dark place.
Diversity is central to the success of our nation, and it's critical to the success of corporations because it is proven that organizations that practice a sincere culture of diversity are far more productive. They offer great places to work for individuals, and people stay. They want to work for companies where they feel they have an opportunity, that they feel there's representation of them at the table, and where they feel there is opportunity for their voices to be heard.
Here, you can be your best. The best train here. Learn here. Succeed here. Perform here. Win here. thrive here. Itawamba Community College. The best start here.